What up, everybody? Summerlin Bobcast. I'm Brandon. This is Cage.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to start you guys off with the menu today. Breakfast today was Long John's, and lunch today is going to be hamburger, french fries, chocolate cake, and a fruit and veggie bar. Tuesday is going to be breakfast pizza for breakfast with... Monday is going to be waffles for breakfast, with Monday's lunch being chili, cinnamon rolls, crackers, and a fruit and veggie bar. Tuesday's breakfast is breakfast pizza. Tuesday's lunch being popcorn, chicken, cheesy potatoes, and a fruit and veggie bar. Wednesday's breakfast, mini cinnamon rolls with stuffed crust pizza for lunch with broccoli and a fruit and veggie bar. For Friday the 16th, we're having no school. And general news, if you or someone you know is struggling or in crisis, help is available. Call or text 988 or chat the 988 lifeline to reach the 988 Suicide Crisis Lifeline. Bobcat State Wrestling shirt orders with the boys and girls wrestling districts this weekend. We have a state shirt order forms available through Coach Schraber in the school office. All orders and money are due Monday, February 12th by 8 a.m. Juniors and seniors post-prom cookies were in the gym yesterday. I hope you got them. There is a sign-up sheet in the office for those interested in taking driver's ed this summer. Please sign up by February 15th. The cost is $325 per student. For those students who took driver's ed last summer, you have to get your driver's permit to Mr. Davis before you go to the DMV to get a license. Youth wrestling practice is going to be Monday and Thursday nights from 6:15 to 7:15 for grades 3 through 8. Tuesday nights from 6:15 to 7 for PK to second grade. Seniors, senior pictures, Miss Funk, please. Youth wrestling practices, we just did that. Coding club, Mondays after school until 4:30 p.m. during second semester for 5th and 6th grade. Summerlin will, of course, be on Team 1 sports. Friendly reminder, follow your Summerlin Bobcat spectator responsibilities.
And I'll tell you guys about the sports. Friday, February 9th, girls wrestling districts at York. Husker business competition. Basketball at Summerlin versus Lutheran High. JV girls, JV boys, varsity girls at 6, varsity boys at 7:30, senior parents night around 6:30-ish. Saturday, February 10th, boys wrestling districts at Pleasanton. And speech meet at Wausau and youth basketball tournament. And tell us about the...
Alright, we got for Monday the 12th, we got a 7 o'clock school board meeting. What do you mean, man? You want me to continue with that? Alright, for today's, that's going to end up Summerlin Bobcast. For a special segment, we got Barron's Sports segment with Dylan's Real Talk with Preslie.
Hello, Summerlin. I'm Barrett with the Summerlin Bobcast Sports segment, and this week it's a shorter segment. It was a shorter week, and then I was gone on Tuesday, and I'm going to be gone on Friday, and a half day on Thursday. So we got a shorter episode, only 3 segments in it, and then I'm just going to make some quick picks at the end of it. But we're going to, of course, start off with everyone's favorite segment, which is going to be Weekly Review. So our first segment is Weekly Review, and of course on last week's episode we had Preston Hogue to make some picks in the NBA and college basketball. So let's get into those right now. First off, in the NBA, the Hawks beat the Warriors 141-134. Of course, Steph Curry had 60 and they still lost, but we'll talk about that later in this episode. The second game was Lakers, and they beat the Knicks 113-105. The Bucks beat the Mavs 129-117. The Clippers beat the Heat 103-95, and the Thunder beat the Raptors 135-127. I ended up going 3-2, and Preston went 4-1, so he got me in the NBA. In college basketball, we had number 8 Kansas beating number 4 Houston 78-65. So not really an upset, but Kansas ended up winning that one. Number 18 Baylor beat number 12 Iowa State 70-68. Again, I don't know if you'd really call it an upset because both teams are ranked, and they're ranked pretty close, but the lower seed again wins. Number 5 Tennessee beat number 10 Kentucky 103-92. Number 2 Purdue ends up beating number 6 Wisconsin 75-69, another close one. And this one we don't talk about. Carolina beat Duke 93-84. We're not talking about that. I didn't even get to watch the game. It's like the first Carolina-Duke game that I didn't get to watch in a long time, but they lost, so I'm kind of happy I didn't watch it. But in college basketball, I went 3-2. Preston went 2-3. So that makes him 6-4, and I also went 6-4. So overall, we did the same. I got him in college basketball. He got me in the NBA. But that's all we got for Weekly Review, and we're going to move on to our second segment, which is going to be Watching You. So this is Watching You, and of course, my favorite player in the NBA, His name is Stephen Curry, and he had an amazing game versus the Hawks a couple nights ago, but they still lost the game. Golden State did. The Hawks won in overtime, 141 to 134, and we're not going to talk about the game because they lost, and somehow you lost when your best player scores 60. And then just on a side note, like tonight or last night, I guess Golden State won and Steph only had 9 points, so it's like, what's the difference there? I guess I don't know. But specifically in this game, Steph Curry in 41 minutes. That's counting regular and overtime, of course. He had 60 points on 22 of 38 from the field, so shot a ton of shots, 6 boards, 4 assists. From the three-point line, he hit 10 threes, shot 23 threes, so 23 shot attempts from the three-point line out of his 38 total. That's a lot of threes. 10 of 23, that's a pretty good percentage too. It's just under 50%. It's about, I mean, you think of 50-40-90 club, 40% three-point percentage on the season. It seems like Steph's always there because he shoots high volume and makes a lot as well. He was above 50% from the field. So, I mean, really, what more can you ask to score 60? He went 6 of 6 from the free throw line. And even with Steph on the floor, Golden State was -1 in the plus-minus category. So, I mean, it's just, -6 without Steph there. But, like, Golden State's in shambles, but now they've won back-to-back, so it's like maybe they do something good this season, but I don't know. Steph obviously is, like, him and Jonathan Kuminga, I guess, are the only two bright spots of Golden State right now. And when your best player scores 60 and you don't win the game, you start to question stuff. Trade deadline's today, technically. Not when you're watching this, but when I'm filming this. And I doubt anybody from Golden State's even going to make a move because it never seems like Golden State is a trade deadline team. I don't even remember the last time we went out and made a trade at the deadline, or even like a trade that was somewhat impactful at the deadline. So I wouldn't expect anything. There's already been a few trades, guys like there was one between the Jazz, which was like Kelly Olynyk going to the Raptors, and then there was the other one, which was the Sixers, who went out and got Buddy Hield from the Pacers. So there's already been a couple trades, and the deadline's today at like 3 or 4, so I'm sure there'll be a lot more happening. But this segment was about Steph Curry, and he had 60. But it's like, I say like, wow, Steph Curry had 60. He shot 10 of 23 from the three-point line, 22 of 38 from the field, and Golden State still lost. As a Golden State fan, a Steph Curry fan, it's hard to like talk about it in a good way because they still lost the game. And Steph Curry just had no help. But I guess you move on. Steph had 60. Congrats to him. This has been Watching You. We're going to move on to our final segment, which is going to be Game Time. So this is Game Time, and unfortunately this week it's just going to be me. We got a shorter week, and we're just going to roll through these picks in the NBA and college basketball. Of course, we're going to start off in the NBA with the Thunder playing the Mavs. I really like this matchup a lot, Shea versus Luka. I think the Mavs will get it done. They're at home. I think the Thunder are the better team, but I think the Mavs get it done on this specific night because they're at home, and I think Luka's really, really hot right now, so he's going to keep it going. They get a win. The Pacers versus the Knicks. Pacers just traded Buddy Hield, which is very interesting to me. I'm actually going to take the Knicks at home. I really like Jalen Brunson, so give me the Knicks. Suns playing the Warriors. KD's second return, I believe, this year to Golden State. I'm, of course, taking the Warriors. I think they're starting to get things figured out, but hopefully we have a more rounded performance rather than just one person, scoring 60 and not winning the game. Suns are a really good team, but I'm going to take the Warriors, of course. Pelicans and the Trailblazers. I think this one's pretty obvious. The Pelicans win. Trailblazers are just not a very good team at all. They have like Scoot Henderson and Anthony Simons, and that's it. Neither one has really even played good this year. Finally, in the NBA, we got the Celtics playing the Heat. I'm going to take Boston. I think they're the best team in the NBA right now. You can make a case for a lot of teams, but I think the Celtics are like NBA final front runners right now, so I'm going to take the Celtics over the Heat. Of course, Jimmy Butler's been playing really good, but I'm taking the Celtics there. In college basketball, we got number 11 Wisconsin playing Rutgers. Wisconsin coming off of 3 straight losses to Purdue, Nebraska, and Michigan, I believe last night beat them. So they're down to 11, and they'll fall more now that they lost to Michigan. But they're playing Rutgers. It's on the road for Wisconsin, but I think they bounce back. They're not going to lose that game. They've already lost enough. They will not lose this game. Number 16, Alabama playing LSU. I'm going to take Bama there. They've looked really good this year again, and LSU just is not really a basketball school at all, so I'm going to take Bama. In the ACC, we got Boston College playing number 9 Duke. Of course, Duke wins this one. They just won last night. It's at home, and Boston College has looked better this year. They gave Duke a nice run earlier in the season, and I think they did the same to North Carolina, I believe. So I'm going to take Duke. They're at home. Duke gets it done. Gonzaga, who is unranked for this is the most weeks you'll ever see a Gonzaga basketball team unranked, and they still are going on the road to play number 17 Kentucky, which this normally would be like a blockbuster game, like number 1 and number 4 or something like that, but it's number 17 and unranked playing each other in the middle of the season. I'm going to say Kentucky. They win this one pretty easily. Of course, all their freshmen. The two obviously are Dillingham and Shepard, and those two, they're so good, and they come off the bench for Kentucky, and Rob Dillingham had 25 the other night off the bench. He is crazy, crazy good. So I'm taking Kentucky at home. They win that one. And finally, we got number 13 Baylor playing number 4 Kansas. I think Kansas is getting really hot again. They had a little bit of a rough stretch there in the middle of the season, but now I think towards the end of the season, they're getting hot, and I think they're going to peak at the right time. I'm taking Kansas to win this one over Baylor. So that's all we have for this week's show. Thanks for watching, and we will see you guys next week.
Yo, this is Real Talk. I'm Dylan. Today I'm joined here with Preslie, and just got a couple questions for you today. So let's start things off. Can you introduce yourself and tell me something about you?
I'm Preslie Robertson, and my little brother is Ollie.
Ollie's the GOAT. Love him.
Heck
All right, let's start things off with a question. With what is your favorite movie?
Wonder. I love that movie.
I've never seen Wonder.
You haven't? You should see it.
What's that about? That seems familiar.
It's like a kid that has a deformity.
Oh.
So it kind of
Augie?
Yeah.
I've
I
seen
love
it.
that movie.
I thought I had something else out there. I didn't know it was just called Wonder.
Yeah, just Wonder.
Next question. What are some of the best memories you made in school?
Playing Just Dance in Mr. Coster's room. It is so fun.
When did you do that?
When we don't have any accounting homework, kind of just turn it on and start playing.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Costume class is always a vibe.
Always.
That's nice. If you could live anywhere in the world, where would you choose and why?
Ooh. I think Greece.
Greece.
Just to experience it. I'd live there for a little bit, and then if I wanted to come back, I'd come back. You know what I mean? Just kind of experiencing it.
Greece seems fun.
Yeah.
All right. What is your favorite thing about school?
Definitely all the people I get to see.
That's nice. All right. If you could only eat one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Pizza, 100%
Pizza?
hands down.
Why?
It's so good. It's so versatile. You can add other stuff. You can take stuff off. Or you can do whatever you want with it.
I feel like I hear the same 3 or 4 answers every time I ask that question.
Really?
They're chicken, steak, or pizza.
Yeah. That's pretty, yeah.
I said chicken. Chicken's nice because you fried chicken. You
Yeah,
eat it.
that's true.
Just a simple little meal.
Yep.
What is your favorite song?
Oh my gosh. Okay. Right now, it's probably Unwritten. Have you ever heard that song? It's in the new movie. There's a new rom-com movie right now. Unwritten. It's good. I like it a lot.
Might have to listen to it.
Yeah.
I don't have my AirPods today, so I can't listen to it. So I would listen to it now, but you can't do that. Okay, so what are your plans after you graduate?
I plan to attend University of South Dakota, and I want to become a physical therapist.
Nice.
Yeah.
I feel like you told me that.
Yeah, I have. I think so. Yeah.
That's
probably.
nice. All right. Do you have any hidden talents?
Absolutely none. No.
All right. What is your favorite childhood memory?
At O'Neill, we used to, when it'd get dark, they'd turn on the sprinklers at the golf course, and we'd run on the golf course with the sprinklers on.
Oh,
Super fun.
that's
It's probably not legal, but it was fun.
It's fun. All right. What album and/or song do you have on repeat? It's a difficult one.
That is so difficult. What album or song do I have on repeat?
Your sister answered this question like that. It was straight.
I really am just interested in Noah Khan right now.
He's a good artist.
Yeah, that's just basically
Any particular album from him?
Mm-mm.
Or anything?
Just everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
That's fair. I listen
Did
to
Lydia
all
stay
of
stick season?
Yeah.
Yep. Every day.
them.
Every day.
The first, like I said, what's your favorite song? She was like 60. Perfect. Next
That makes
question,
sense.
and then this album or song, she was like 60. I was like, okay. That was the fastest answer I've ever had to that question.
Yeah.
So, next up, we got what brings you the most joy in life?
Definitely family and friends. Yeah.
That's valid. All right. What is your biggest pet peeve?
When people chew with their mouth open.
I get that one a lot.
Oh my gosh, I can't. Especially when it's Rogan. I just want to slap him. And I know you can't do that, but like
I mean, he's your brother.
I could, but I don't know if I should. I just get so irritated.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've heard a lot of things though. Like mine was like when people bite on like a metal fork and they drag it through their teeth.
Oh, that's bad. Like when you're like eating steak or something. I hate that too.
My dad does it all the time, and every single time, I'm like, Dad, can you just like bite the food?
Just
and
not do that.
the fork?
Yeah.
What is your favorite sport?
Oh my gosh. It changes every season. I have to be honest. Like if I'm in volleyball season, it's volleyball. But if I'm in basketball season, it's basketball. Like I don't have a favorite sport.
You don't have a favorite
I do
sport.
not.
So you can just say you alternate volleyball, basketball.
Yeah.
Track's
And
not even
no, I like track too.
track for the adventure and the people.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. Spot on.
Yeah, I can't relate to that. I'm a golfer through and through.
Yeah. Okay.
I stole Michael from your track season.
Yeah,
so
you did.
it's good thing. You're welcome. Anytime. I think last question. What is your dream vacation? Where to and why?
Okay. I want to go to New York City during Christmas time. Because I want to see like the Rockefeller and everything like when it's all Christmas and like that. So that's my dream vacation and a dream time. And why?
That's fair. Yeah. That's a good place to go. And a good reason to buy that. That's one of the best answers I think I've heard. So that is all I have for you today. So thank you for joining me, and I will see you in the next one.